try and get that captured, don't I? Window capture is not what I want. Delete. Yep. Oh, window capture. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, it's doing that annoying thing again. Cancel. Yeah, just bear with me if you're joining the stream. Window capture. Yeah, I've got the same problem I had with Elgato. There we go. Yeah, that's that. Let me just see if I can capture the other one as well. Window capture. Window 3. It's a mystery to me how this works, this window capture thing, because it's like you select window capture and it lists the windows and then it doesn't show certain windows. Sorry, I paused there while I was trying to work out what I was thinking. What I'm trying to do here is just get a second window capture for Paint Shop, but can't do that. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be doing much in there anyway. Just try it one more time. Ah, there it is. It's a mystery how 1 minute it captures and then it doesn't. Alright, let's get rid of that one. Yep. If we hide that one, you can see that one. Right, let's just see if anybody's joined. Someone might do. So, hey, useful YouTube notifications for once. Yep, that makes a change. Hang on, let's just go to live chat. Back to hello there, hello, Coolvin1, hey. Right, I'll continue to do what I'm doing. I'm not that fussed if we don't get too many viewers, because I know people don't really like, well, some people don't like watching this sort of stuff. It's not their cup of tea. My channel's mostly about repairs and stuff, but yeah, I do development as well. And at the moment, I've just been doing this just to, well, something different. Just something different. I'm getting cheesed off with doing repairs and things just at the moment, to be honest, because a couple of things I'm working on. It's just, I'm having problems waiting for parts. It's getting really hard to get some of the CPLDs and things for things, but also even some of the lesser used parts, it's starting to get really hard to get supply of chips from DigiKey or Farnell or wherever, just due to shortages. So, long story short, waiting for some parts for some things. Hopefully, should be able to finish a few videos off over the next few days when some of those parts come in. And I will do a premiere after this. Maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes after this. Depends how long we've gone with this. But nevertheless, I thought, well, I'm doing this anyway, I may as well just share it. I'm getting a bit bored and lonely on my own, I guess, here, because my wife's away, and yeah, talking to the cats here. So let me just see where I'm at with this now. It's just, hopefully that's not too loud. Can you just let me know if that music of that game there is masking me out, drowning me out? Can you hear me still? If anyone's still here. Yeah, we've got a few concurrent viewers there, so... Loud, is it too loud? Right, okay, let me just go to the volume. Surprising though, because it's like every time I leave it at the same volume level and somehow it seems to drown itself out. So you can't hear that at all now. What's up to the sound there? I can't hear that at all. That's strange. No, it is there now. I can hear it now. Let me just turn it up. Hang on. Yeah, right. I can hear that, and I can hear my own voice as well. So please just let me know what the balance is like there. Someone said no music now. Yeah, so hopefully we've that was a minute or two ago. Or can you still not hear it? Nice to see something different. Great channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Much better now. Someone said you're quiet now. Yeah, I thought it would be. Just give me a sec. It can't have been that far off where it should have been. You see, like I've just adjusted that. That didn't make a difference, did it? Yeah, right. Let's just test that now. Is that too loud? See, the wave volume is quite low. That would help you be able to hear me over that. Someone said, not too quiet. Nice quiet. We're going to go around in circles here, aren't we? I bet it's way too loud now. Good. Right, okay. Perfect on headphones. Right, okay. I'll keep an eye on that chat just in case we've got a time delay thing here and everyone's like, oh my god, it's really loud. Seems fine. Okay, that's good. So if I go back to here. Yeah, so one of the suggested changes, which, just bear with me, I'll just find out who did it. It came from a guy on Atari Age who's been helping test this. And you can download 1.0 free now if you wanted to test it, if you want to help test it. Because, yeah, there seems to be a lack of interest in wanting to test it. It's one of those games, it's not everybody's cup of tea because it's an RTS. I'll just go to the final page. You can't see this, I'm just having a quick look what the guy's name is. I'm slurring my speech here because my mic's putting me off. Yeah, it was Jag Chris, so yeah, thanks very much for Jag Chris picking it up and doing a bit of testing. And he suggested maybe make battle scenes a little more expressive. There's no feedback when attacking and attacked. Yeah, so that was one of the plans of the change I wanted to do anyway. Let's just start this. So, I mean, obviously this is just a work in progress. I'm just working through the code here and I'm about to change some of it. And I thought, oh well, I'll share it while I'm doing it. I mean, so far, these are the streams. I haven't really done much coding and stuff, but I guess so I can show you a bit more of that. So at the moment, I've changed it so that the Android is attacking right from the start, just in order that I can test a few things related to the Android. I'm glad I did, because you can see on the right-hand side, we've got this image here of the character who's the Android. Now, that was something that was in a very early version, but at some point, I removed that. I don't know when. Perhaps when I ran out of RAM, I thought, well, maybe if we remove that, then we'll have more space to do other things and stuff. So when you were attacking the Android, you got the option here, as you see. Hang on, if I just take control again. Yeah, if I bring up the menu, you can choose attack. But when that picture of the other character is not there, it's not clear what you're attacking, because the alien isn't on screen. So yeah, we're showing the Android there. I'll probably change the avatar for that. If I scroll through, I'll show you when we get to the Android. Hang on a sec. He's dead. There's the Android. So when you get the Android, it changes the background to grey as well as crossing it out. And I've now changed the name there, so it says Android. So it's clear that that is the Android. And you can actually see the Android, you know, where they are on the map, and they obviously wander around the map, and they can set the self-destruct. They can blow the airlock. You know, if you've got characters in the airlock, they can do all that sort of stuff, wander around, start fires, etc. You know, cause chaos. But nevertheless, we've got the Android there, so I need to change that image so it's clear that that is the Android. It's not just, you know, because it kind of looks like you've got another guy in the party, doesn't it, on the screen? It's like, yeah, so I need to be consistent there and colour that and put the cross through it just the same way I've done on the other screen there, you know, the other, when you're viewing the Android. But you may have seen there popping up with yellow background. Let's just do attack. Yeah, I was displaying the damage. I've got like a buff system where I think it's a buffer, ironically, a buffer of buffs. So you can have like a positive or negative. Well, most of them are negative, i.e. damage. So when damage occurs, that's when a value will pop up. If I just keep attacking and just keep looking over the two icons here, it will show when damage is taking place on either the character you control. There you go, Android -10. But it's this whole text thing again. It's slow, it's clunky, it's a giant font there. And actually, I'm not sure that what value that adds of actually showing the amount of damage. In some ways, it makes it a bit cheaty in the sense that over time you can work out how many hits to damage them by to kill the character or to kill the alien. But also you can see the difference with the weapons. There's a bit of what's the word? Trial involved in understanding which weapons do the most damage, and it doesn't take long to work that out, but that kind of just gives it away instantly. And I think to a degree the damage levels don't make sense either, because we've got 5 or 6 different difficulty levels. So as you scale up to say the hardest one, you do quite a lot of damage because the alien has quite a lot of damage, and then the numbers just don't make any sense. You know, if you see like -203, you're like, wow, why are you hitting hard? You weren't hitting hard when you were playing easy. So yeah, there's a few things there, and I think instead of showing the actual values and looking messy and slowing things down because we're using text, I'm just going to put a little box that pops up. It's like it's in red with, I'll show you, I can do it on here, something like that. Now that's 5 pixels high. If we just shrink that. Oh, hang on, I'm not sure you can see that. Let me just share the other one. Share that. There you go. Yeah, so bear in mind it's going to be a tiny little thing like that. So I might need to change the, I don't know, colour of this totally. I don't know. I'm just going to just try that. So that's the image I've got. So if I just save that, and again you can't really see what I'm doing, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just going to just copy it across to the VM. It gives me an opportunity to show you how you add something like that into this project. So, alien, sort by date modified. Yeah, don't worry, I'll be back in a sec. I'm almost there. What I'm doing is just copying it to a share that you can't see, I don't think, and then copying it onto the. In fact, we can do it here now. If I just close that. Right, here we are. Back. Go into our share. I'll catch up with chat in a sec. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything important here about the volume level, for example. Right, Alien, there we go. Hit E. I've added the E for the enhanced mode because I may need to do another image. Yeah, let's just. Oh, that stupid dog. I hate that when that pops up. I forgot where I am now. There we go. Back one. Files. Visual Studio. Links. Alien. You can see that I've got a project for aliens as well. I created an empty shell for that last night. What I did is I cloned Alien, changed a load of references so it's, you know, it says aliens instead of alien, and then I gutted it. So I spent about 40 minutes while I was watching Novabug's stream actually, just gutting the project, removing it, you know, pulling it right back to the basics. So there's just like a couple of segments and all of the common stuff that you would want for any game, and then I cloned that as well, so for future use for creating new projects. And then yeah, I made a start on aliens. All I've got is like a dummy image title screen for that. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here. Right, so it's in there. That's the image. Let's just check chat. Frozen for anyone else? I don't think so. So it's not frozen here. Yeah, maybe just refresh if that happens. All I can see is code and find and replace box. Yeah, sorry, that was just while I was just doing a copy of the file. Is the damage the same for each character? No, it changes a little bit, and I want to, you're highlighting the same thing there. It says we were quite cool if different character members were better with different weapons. That is something that was going to change, because in the computer screen that I showed a few videos back, there's the, what's it called? Dossier, crew dossier. I want to I've got enough RAM, hopefully, well, enough space in the cartridge to expand a little bit on that, put a little bit more text about each character. But in there's some stats that come from the, what's the word? I think they came from the DVD. Someone put them on a website and said these are the different stats of the different crew. You know, it's like the crew dossiers with those stats. You know, one for mental ability, one for physical, one for piloting, one for something else. So those actually I'm going to, plug straight into the characters so that they will behave slightly differently. The ones with more physical ability will do a little bit more damage and will have perhaps a little bit more health, and the ones with mental ability, when it comes to certain things, depending on their what's the word, job title, will make a difference. So for example, you've got an engineer, haven't you? You've got Brett as an engineer. It makes sense that if you've got Brett repairing someone, the spanner, instead of it just being the same as all the other characters at the moment, Brett would be twice as good, maybe even 3 times as good. So yeah, they're all small things, but I'll do that afterwards. So the next thing I need to do here now is, right, I've got that image, we need to add it into a few places. So the first one is in lynxcc65.mac, so this is the make file. Just need to just copy the last image entry here. So this, as I said, this is a make file. So when you compile, this is what it does. There's a rule here for the how to produce the object. So it's hit e.o, and the input is the image, hit e.bmp. So we'll just stick that in raw data. It's tiny. It's like 5 pixels by, I don't know, 8 or 9 or something. On lots of systems, you're best off trying to keep everything divided by 2, but I found on this it doesn't really matter. You could have a 1 by 1 pixel image and it works just the same as a 2 by 2 or a 5 by 5 or 19 by 19. It doesn't really seem to make much difference, but it probably does somewhere at a low level. A minor level, do you know what I mean? It's like you'd have to time it. You may see, it's more efficient if you kept everything divided by 2. Right, so whilst I'm here, I'll explain a few other things as well. You can add what they call anchor points on these images. That's what that parameter is there for, the airlock. So you do that with, and this obviously it's calling, this rule here is for graphics is calling something called sprpk, which is a sprite packing bit of code. I forget who created it, but when we compile it usually displays down here who created that. So I'll perhaps point that out in a minute. But nevertheless, you can specify an anchor. So an anchor on an image, if you pick a point of the image, either top left, bottom left, centre, wherever you want really, you specify it in XY coordinates. So you've got 2 lots of XY there. That one there is 80, 51. And depending on where you set that anchor, when you do scaling with the Lynx, that dictates how it's how it's scaled. If you set an anchor point bang in the middle, when you scale it, it comes it scales out from the middle. If you had an anchor point, say top left corner, and scale it, it kind of scales outwards down to the. I'm sorry, I'm doing it the wrong way around, Arnold. Do you know what I mean? It kind of scales outwards from it anchors at that top corner. Yeah, so that's what that's for, but you don't really need to use that, most of the time. I needed it on the airlock because obviously we were zooming out and zooming in on the different things going on at the same time. So anyways, we don't need that. That's the rule for that. It's going to put that image in raw data. The other thing we need to do is just the main make file. So this is a bit that calls the I forgot what this does actually. I think this is the linking stuff at the end. So yeah, you give it a list of all the object files. So I called it hit e.o, and this is where we see whether they run out of RAM or not. This is probably going to impact RAM, I would think. This it hasn't done. There you go. So yeah, that's what I was saying a minute ago. I sort of pointed out that's the chap, Bastian Schick. Or is it? Hang on, Matthias Domin. We've got 2 people referenced there. So yeah, Lynx Sprite Packer version 1.97. I'm not sure if that comes as part of CC65 or whether you've got to get that separately, but it's something really useful for working on these on Lynx development. My Willie is floppy. It's right, retro gaming. Sorry, he's on the wine. Yeah, hello, everyone is okay. Yeah. It's been a bit stressful this afternoon. I had to go take my cat to the vets. Right, get this. The last 2 days she's had this runny. In fact, the last week she's had a runny eye. Now she's always, at various times in her life, had this runny eye thing where she gets a runny eye and 2 or 3 days later and it's dried up. She's fine. And then a few months go by, the runny eye's back again. You think, is this going to be a problem? And 24, 40 hours, she's all right again. It's dried up and she's fine. Well, in the last week, she's had this runny eye, and it's every day. It's been the same. It hasn't got better. And then 2 days ago, it got really bad. She was like, squinting a little bit. You could see just squinted a little bit. So I thought, is this going to be a problem? Do we need antibiotics? And then overnight, I got some eye drops, by the way, so I gave her some eye drops. And overnight, her eye was like, this morning, her eye was like half closed, like even 3/4 closed, and there was green gunk and ooze coming out of it. I was like horrified. So, of course, I had to ring the emergency vet, and they were like, well, it's going to be £90, please. So I booked the emergency vet appointment, and she was not eating. That was the thing. Both things today. Eye really bad first thing in the morning, didn't come down for breakfast, wouldn't eat. Anything I put in front of her, she was like doing that thing cats do when they're like upset tummy, can't stomach anything. So I put her in the cat carrier. She looked to state, I thought, oh God, I'm going to be, she's an old cat, 18 years. I thought, I'm going to be putting her down. I hope not, because it'll just break my heart when I have to do that. So I took her to the vets. It was about 40 minutes before I actually got to see the vet. I took her in, took her out the cat carrier. Her eyes are wide open, totally dried, no goo or anything. It's like she looked perfect, absolutely perfect, and suddenly she's like on top form, absolutely on top form. And the vet's like, I don't see anything wrong with her. And I was like, she's been really bad. She was at death's door this morning. I said, they should have seen the stuff coming out of her eye. It was like green goo, and it was like loads of it. And I'd wipe it up gently with some damp cotton. Yeah, and half an hour later go, and there'd be more there, and she couldn't open her eye. It was like all watery. And I said, in the time I've come driving here, it's like she's on top form. There's like nothing wrong with her. So yeah, cheesed off about that. It could be an allergy. I did wonder about that. So anyway, we've got some antibiotic stuff, and I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I did suggest to my wife earlier maybe it's an allergy. Anyway, sorry about that waffle. So that's what's been going on here today. And my cat's cost me £90 blooming. Just have a look at the chart. Mental ability, yeah, that's a good point. Actually, the Xenomorph Universe would be pretty good to have a place an RPG type game. Yeah, that's an idea. I could always follow up with something else. But I think, I might just create something different after I've done the Aliens game, which is going to be easy compared to this. You may think this is easy. It's not. Because you've obviously got to keep track of so many different things, like items, people, as Android, the alien, and everything's got specific. You've got a map, yeah. So things have got to be able to navigate from room to room. I'm getting that echoing thing's putting me off. Yeah, you've got to be able to navigate room to room, and then lots of things are automatic. Things have got to behave a certain way. Like the Android's got to do certain things and be able to just go off and do its stuff. So you end up with quite a lot of complex code and having to check all sorts of different scenarios. And I've been spotting bugs even today on things still, despite the fact I thought it was pretty tidy. Right, so anyway, we've got that. Let's stop waffling, let's get that. So that compiled all right. So let's get rid of those yellow messages and change them with that little image. It might look crap, we can change the image if it does. So, yeah, I think we'll do it here then. Draw, hang on. Or maybe we won't do it here. Yeah, we could do it there. Let's just go into where I'm doing at the moment. Buffs. Right, so that's my code that goes through those. Let's just copy and comment that out. Because at the moment it's in the text output routine, if you like, that adds all the text over the interface. And in theory, we don't want to do that now. Notepad. Paste that there. I guess it simplifies things as well, because I can reduce the memory footprint a little bit in a minute once we get rid of this, change it to just the image. So I mean, you'll be getting less information because you don't know how much damage has been done. Now, of course, when I change the text, so it's not using the built-in text thing, and I've got, like, I don't know, a custom font and stuff that's splitted for each character later, I could revert it and do that way. It might look better with a small, tidy, clean font, but with the built-in one, as you saw, it looks blooming awful. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. That was code from before. So I've got the code there. Yes, I think it's going to fit better in the draw foreground routine. As I mentioned before, you'll have a routine to draw the background, one for the foreground, one for sprites, etc. And that's the way I've split this. Although there is some stuff in each of these that shouldn't really fit there, but I have done for put stuff there for optimization reasons where you wouldn't expect it. Right, I guess we can do this after the avatar. Yeah, so that's the person's avatar. Then we've got the Android, if the Android's turned. Yeah, this should be drawn after the background, which means the alien's already drawn, so that's okay. So let's just paste it there and then just change it. So instead of using text, just thinking the logic's going to be exactly the same, isn't it? Yeah, it's just going to be the text stuff. So we don't need to set the color. We don't need to do that. I2A is integer to ASCII. I think you use that to convert an integer to, and you give it a pointer to a string buffer. Because before we were outputting text. Now, the only thing that's different about these three types of messages, these buffs that pop up, one of them is in the middle of the screen over the top of the alien, so you can see that you damaged it. It's going to be a bit like Batman, this, isn't it? You get the kapow, bam, and all that. It's going to be like hit, hit, hit. And again, that might not be clear, because I did think about it before doing this, thinking, if you saw an image and it says hit, does that mean they've hit someone else, or does that mean they've been hit? It's still a bit, I don't know, we'll just see what this is like. So anyway, those can be commented out. The only thing that's different is the location, because they're on different, obviously different places. So your character that you create, that you're controlling is in top left, and the Android, if it's on screen, is going to be on the right somewhere, and the alien's sort of in the middle. So we can just set those coordinates in a second. We don't need to do that. That's text, just setting the color. The other stuff is okay as things stand. So let's just try here. We can use those same coordinates as well, actually. What I've got to do now, though, is think which sprite to use. I can just use the characters. Is that a good idea? Yeah, it probably gets repositioned. Let's just try using that. If you had lots of RAM, you would have a sprite dedicated to this function. But because you've got limited RAM on the Lynx, limited space, it makes sense to reuse things. So yeah, there's lots of things where you read some code, you'll be like, character sprite, you think that's so much of the character. Well, in this case, it's not. And that's the thing. It makes it quite hard maintaining it. Certainly, if someone else picked up the code, I think they would be distraught. I might just need to look. Actually, I'm on the right screen here. I'm not, am I? Let's just go back to chat. Oh, £20. Thank you very much. Sorry, I've just realised. I think I'm sharing the wrong screen, aren't I? Am I? Yeah, I am. Oh, dough. Facepalm moment. Anyway, I haven't really done much there. You could hear, hopefully, what I was doing. I think that was a sympathy donation from Riot Retro Gaming there. So anyway, I'll show you those things just briefly. So yeah, you got this here. I don't know whether I showed you that. That's where the rule is for compiling an object, from an image. Yeah, so it's taking hit.bmp and producing hit.o. The anchor points I was talking about is x and y coordinates. And as I say, this here is using Sprite Pack. And as you can see it there, the two names, Bastian Schick, Matthias Dummin. Anyway, right, let's just go back to here. So character sprite dot. If I miss anything again, you can't see anything, please just tell me in the chat, and I'll try and just keep track. Because there's always something wrong when I do these streams. Yeah, he's realised. Yeah, only static image. Sorry about that. It's let's say facepalm. So character sprite dot vpos, and you can see the things he's just been talking about here as well. Commented out there, I2A, and these text things, TGI, out text, X, Y, and all stuff to do with the colours of text. And I've just moved some code into this section here. Anyway, so we're now restructuring this to, instead of using text, we're using a character sprite, and as I say, reusing stuff instead of creating something that's dedicated for this purpose. Now, we'll just try with VPOS. I've probably got these around the wrong way. There seems to be a lot of well, I think there is inconsistencies with some of this stuff. Like, you can think something's going to come out a certain way and it doesn't. That's probably just me that's not got used to it. So we'll set that exactly the same as that there, and we'll just replicate that for these other ones. Yeah, thank you very much for that donation, Anthony. It's very, very much appreciated. It's a lot of money as well. It helps towards the vet bill. It's only cost me 70 quid now. So that's that one. 130, 15. We may have to just tweak these if they're not exactly quite right. I'm sorry if the camera wobbles when I'm hitting the keyboard here and all. So that one's quite low numbers, aren't they? It's like right up the top left. That's the one over the character, hence why it says crew. So that's that bit. The other thing we need to do on all of these now is set a pointer to that the graphical data on that sprite, so it knows exactly what to draw. So that's the data parameter, and you give it a pointer. Not sure we've got an external reference. So yeah, you saw in here, that's the rule. Hang on, where's it gone? That's the rule for producing the object file. The other thing I'm not sure you saw was this line here. So this is objects that get passed to the linker, and you get a big long list of all of the object files. And right on the end there, I added that. Scroll back. Height.o, so that then will link that. But then you need a reference when you want to interact with that in terms of code. You need a like a pointer to it. So somewhere in here, I'll tell you what, I'll stick it in the sprite thing up here somewhere. Yeah, so I'll just add an external reference here, and this gets linked. So I don't think what it is. We'll call it unsigned chart, and it's got to be the same name. Yeah, so when it compiles that, produces that, you'll be able to, you can reference it here now using that in the code. So that should work. HIT, it's going to be 0, I think. I'm not sure if it's caught up with itself there, because that should have been automatically, IntelliSense should have allowed that to work. So I've got a couple of, oh yeah, we've got some undefined things here now. So we can comment out the ones that are no longer used now. If I just, yeah, scroll up there, because what we did is I copied and pasted that section of code from here. Yeah, so I added those. Let's just copy and paste that. Let's comment them out now because they're no longer used in the draw text bit, because it was text. Now it's not. Now it's in draw foreground. Ultimately, I might make some more of these variables global at some point, just to optimize, because as I said in the previous streams, you add a variable there. It's not just used in draw foreground, it's there everywhere. It's the C stack and heap and all that, you get an impact on it doing that. So that should resolve that. So, oh my goodness, look at the size of that. Code to row data, 190 bytes. Why is that so much larger? Oh, it's going to be that code, isn't it? That could be a problem. We'll try and adjust it. So, where's it gone now? There. So yeah, this is the bit where I specify the maximum size of each of these, the blocks, the segments. And what it's saying is the code that goes into this block here is 190 bytes too small. It's just a question of, can we increase that? Let's just try changing that to 5. That's way more than we need, I think. Yeah, now we've gone well over in terms of RAM, so this is going to be an interesting one. Let's just see how far we can go there. Still 190. I didn't foresee this. I mean, what I could do is put it in a sub-segment. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll just copy it out of here. I'll try and find the blooming thing now. It's that bit, buffs. It's just the sort of thing I didn't want to do though, because it's like changes something that should be simple in something that's a bit more complicated. And as we all know, when I do things on my streams, if there's something complicated, it's bound to go wrong. Right, so we'll create a new method here. Draw buffs, I think. We need those variables. Right, what I need to do now is specify a segment, so copy that to here. And I'll just have a look at the memory map up here. Let's just see, in these are the smaller segments here, let's just see which one of them has got the least. It's going to be airlock ending, isn't it? I mean, I could stick it in one of the others. I'd rather not though. It's better if it's in one of the ones that's called more commonly. Ideally what you need to do is look back at the code, follow backwards and work out which is the last one of these that's called, and then stick it there, and then you get one less call. But I mean, like game over screen, that one there is only going to be called at a certain point. Same with that one, that's all to do with the computer stuff. Same with the airlock ending. So really that kind of means that and options, the best place is going to be one of these ones, but they're all pretty blooming full. Maybe the first one, update alien, because we can go, that segment there can go up to A44. It's just a question of whether there's enough bytes. I mean, it was saying 190 bytes, wasn't it? And it's probably going to be more than that. It'll have gone up to its limit by, I don't know, it was probably near to the limit already, so it's probably like a couple of hundred bytes. As it is, so I don't know, maybe we could fit it in there. Let's just try code 2A so that it would follow update alien, and then it wouldn't need to, you might not get an extra hit on the segment swapping. Draw buffs. See what happens. Illegal segment, code 2 row data. Where's that? Oh, we've got an extra space there. It's the simplest things get me. I spent ages before looking at some code. Right, that's probably just because I've got that segment thing too big now or something. Let's just save that. Let's just reduce it. I don't know how big it was before I messed around with it. 183 bytes. Let's just do the maths. 338B. Now this could be because that image. Yeah, look, that's fitted now. So yeah, we've got just enough space to do that. What I was going to say is that image, it's in the row data segment at the moment, so it's in memory that's resident all the time. So what we could do is, as well as me moving that code we've just moved, we can move the image into that segment as well, because it's only used at that point. In fact, I might just do that now. We haven't seen one thing you talked about. Yeah, that was earlier, wasn't it? Sorry about that. Oh yes, memory map looks saving bandwidth. I just wish you would read the chat. Lol. Yes, I've read the chat. Is this people that got cheesed off about not seeing the thing updating earlier? Yeah, I'm just checking. You still can see what I'm doing. That's okay. Right. Where was I? So that image, let's just force that into that same segment, I think. Code to a row data. So draw buffs. Let's just check that now. So we've got the character sprite. It's got the pointer to that. Yeah, I think that should be okay. We just need a call to TGI sprite, I think. Yeah, so we've got the XY on each of those, so it's going to be after that. Mind you, that's not the end of this case. Yeah, just stick it there. TGI sprite. Can't remember if this needs a pointer to it. Let's just try it that way. Character sprite. Yeah, that seems alright. So the final thing is just to call this and load the segment before it is called. Draw foreground. Oh, right. I'm not sure if I already put the call in here. I don't think I did. Yeah, it was around here, wasn't it? So draw buffs load segment. I'll have a look if I can what segment it was in now. Let's just jump back up there. It was update alien, wasn't it? It was it update alien? I think it was. I think it was 2A. Yeah, I knew it was going to give an error because I didn't finish typing that line. So 2A, and it's a sub bank, so it goes 0's images, 1's main banks, 2. Save it, build it. It's obviously not called segment code to A there, constant. Segment. Yeah, there's an underscore, that's what's wrong. I'll be amazed if this doesn't crash actually, but got an overflow again. Code 2, 16 bytes. Oh, that's not good. So 16 is simply one more up digit there. Is that going to fit? Please fit. Yeah, just. Right, let's see what happens now. Still haven't got over the fact I wasn't sharing the screen before. That's like waffling for about 5 minutes. Is it going to crash? Is it going to work? No crash so far. So let's get. No. Oh, hang on. Unexpected behaviour. So yeah, we've got that working there. We've got the hit stuff, but then it's totally messed up the character sprite. Now I think one issue there is that pointer to the data. So if we just go to draw buffs, yeah, you've got to set it back after you've changed it. That's probably what I've done there. That's one issue, but I think there's more than one issue going on here. So where we set the data there to that image, the pointer to that image, we need to point back after we've drawn it to I think Ripley is the one I've been using. Yeah, there we go. Because all of the, even though we've got 7 crew members, you think, why Ripley? We've got 7 crew members that there's one image worth of RAM allocated to the character avatar at any given moment. and that is segmented. So you got the Ripley image. If you want to display a different character, it loads that character into that same RAM. They all have the same address, so we can point it to Ripley, and in theory it doesn't matter who's there, they're all the same. They will all display the same because that pointer just points to the same place. So that hopefully will fix one part of that, but there was some weird stuff going on with all sorts of things there, so is that going to completely fix it? I don't know. Might even need to reposition the the VPOS and the HPOS of that sprite. There could be something else I'm missing. So let's go back over there. Right, so we'll tack. Let's just see what happens now. Hopefully it doesn't go nuts. Because of course as well, if you don't get that pointer right, and let's say it's expecting the image to be a specific size, it's still doing crazy things there. What's all that yellow stuff all about? Oh, I know what that is. That's background text colour, isn't it? I think. Let's just watch that again. I'm looking for see whether it says hit on either side, on either of those avatars. Does it actually display that image? The confusing thing is all that yellow stuff that comes up. But that could just be, I might have accidentally left a background text colour thing in there somewhere. No, it's not. It's not displaying hit. It's just like doing weird stuff with the colours, isn't it? Error 42. Lots of eyes. Hi. I'm now pretending it's podcast. I'm going to look at my fish tank wondering if the guppies are going to. The funny part is in referencing saying how embarrassing it is that lasted 5 minutes, pure comedy. I want to see yellow. Are you saying you can't see it again? Is that what you're saying to me? Can you see the... Because it looks like that's what I'm sharing here. When I look at this here... Let's just go back to chat. We can't see it. The video's not streaming, Chris. That's weird. It's like the most successful stream ever, this, isn't it? If it's like, can you see that? If I move that up. Oh, we have seen nothing. It's the worst stream ever. Still your image on hide. No. You see, that's where I should be on the IDE. That's where I was. Ugh, I don't know. This is a disaster, this stream, isn't it? This goes down as the worst stream ever. I'm certainly going to need to edit this. Someone said, don't worry, it's funny. Oh, I'm so glad that you're getting enjoyment out of my humiliation and embarrassment. Let me just try... Yeah, you can see that. Let's remove that capture window. Yep. Go back to... it's crazy because I nearly finished the blooming thing now. At least you'll be able to see me debug the little bug if I can just capture the window again properly. Let's try that. Window capture. Okay. It's this blooming Elgato. I seriously hate it. VirtualBox XP. Okay. Right, can you see the XP desktop now? Please say yes. Someone said there he is. You couldn't even see me. Blinking cursor. A cursor? Seriously? I'm sure you guys are winding me up. I've got to go and look the stream up myself here now. It's like... I can see it on the... You're winding me up. You're seriously winding me up. You are winding me up because I'm looking at this footage back here and I can see it. I can see all the things I've just been showing you. I think. Has this been the biggest troll ever? Someone said we can't, honestly. It's like... Someone said seeing nothing. It's like I say, if I look at the preview here, I'll show you the blooming preview. Maybe YouTube's just gone pear-shaped or something. Because actually on the preview window I see it as well. Let me just go to... let me think, how can I do this? Go into YouTube. I know you can't see this because I'm not sharing this at the moment. I'm just looking for me on YouTube. There I am. Go to UK. You can't see this because I'm not sharing this at the moment. There you go. You're winding me up. It's just the biggest troll ever. Because like on YouTube, I've just looked up the video now and I'm seeing it. Can't see you. Blurred pic. I'm not talking about me. We're talking about the actual display because it's like I've just gone to the stream. Someone said, honestly, we can't. Maybe something's gone wrong with YouTube. Just Control F5. There was a point where, when I was changing the capture over, I could see it. Someone said, no joke, Chris. Let me show you what I see here, and then you'll realise I'm not going crazy. It's a window capture again. So let me try and capture the browser. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. It's all funny, I guess. So there we go. That's the browser. Let me move the browser. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. In fact, I can put my camera up and you can see me as well. And the embarrassment on my face. So this red Charlie Brown cheeks. So, hang on. Is that the right one? It's not that one. It's that one. No, it's not. No, it's that one. That's it. Right, so that's YouTube. You're going to tell me you can't see that now. Someone said scroll back through the video. I have been scrolling back through the video. This is the thing. There's something really weird going on here. Because in fact, I'm going to record this and then I can upload this actually. Because if I go back to here, here's the video. This is live. This is catch up. Right, record this and then I can upload here. There I am. There's the desktop. I'm on the camera. I don't know that you can actually see this now. And as I rewind, you've got everything. Yeah, there was a point way back here where I was stuck on that screen where they had the image that said hit. So YouTube must have just gone pear-shaped. I don't know. But in terms of what it's actually capturing, it's showing me that it's actually recorded everything as it is. Someone said yes now. The overlay is there now. But that's... Someone said no, there it was. I think you're getting confused. What I'm sharing now is the YouTube video that's streaming on YouTube. Someone said, oh my god, look at the video. Still screen 50 minutes. It's not though. Because it's like I say, here's the stream. Yeah. And if I scroll along, this was the point down here where it says hit, hit, hit. That I didn't realise that was the facepalm moment. And then here, we've got the desktop. Yeah. That got stuck. Yeah, that got stuck. Which is strange. So there's two issues. Two issues there. Oh, this is like crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then there, I don't know. We're just gonna have to just try now to see if you can see if you can see what I'm doing. Oh. Wish I had a time machine. I tell you. Let's just get rid of that. So, can you see that desktop? Let me just start the game and just see if you can see it. If you can't see it, I'm just gonna go and put my head between my legs and disappear. I think. Let's see if I can start it. Because I'm just not sure whether it's capturing updates now. That's the thing, and whether that's now too loud or not. So let me just go to chat. Can you see that? Someone said yes, we can see it now. Your PC hung up for Jubilee celebrations. There's not any point in doing this stream. It's like it's just been listening to me waffle and not being able to see what I'm doing. It's a strange one, that. I don't understand how that's happened. Title screen, animated, yay, right. So, let me show you. So, just show you what this is doing. So if you miss right at the start, this was displaying the text there. I think that bit captured, I'm not entirely sure, so I'll look back and see how bad the stream was. But then obviously you've seen me do nothing since, seemingly. I'm paranoid now, I'm checking chat all the time here. Face is gone. Yeah, I know my face is gone. That's to do with embarrassment. Let me just bring my face back. Hang on. Face. Hang on. PS3 cam. Up. There we go. Here I am. Alright, let's... So it said lol, working okay, seems okay. It's been a great laugh at your expense. Well, I'm glad you've all been entertained. Because I tell you what, I've never been so humiliated. Right, let's see if I can... Hang on. Lost focus here. Let's see if I can find the Android. Right. So, if I attack the Android... Oh, don't want to move. Let's just see if there's weapons. Is that a weapon? Oh, I've done it again. Electric prod. Let's jab it with that. So I'm just going to keep attacking the Android. What we're looking for here now is to see what happened with the image. I know the image you don't know about, the one that I tried to show you, and I added it in and I changed all the code to get images instead of text. I can abbreviate, summarise that in a minute, what I changed. Now I'm touching, look, there we go. So we've got a problem where everything's going yellow and the image isn't appearing. So that's where we're at. I'm just going to check the chat to make sure you still can see that. So let's put grrr. Hello. I don't want to see the size of it, lol. The fish lol. This is the yellow stuff. The pixel intro bursting rules. I'm reading backwards here, aren't I? These things happen. I wanted to do a 2-hour stream playing a game. Found out at the end I was broadcasting a black screen the whole time. Oh god. These alien vids popped in my stream, but I haven't seen any. What are you doing? No one knows. No one's been able to see what I'm doing for the last, I don't know, half an hour or 40 minutes. I don't know. Feels like an eternity. It's going to put me off doing streams forever, this, I tell you, because it's bad enough every time I do one of these that I have problems with the volume and people going, the volume's too loud, I can't hear anything, I'm now deaf because you started the game. And then I get people going, now it's too quiet, and I leave the volume exactly as it was, and I save the VM, and it makes sure the volume level on the PC is this certain volume, and then the next time I start the stream, it's back to being crazy again with the volume. Yeah, so anyway, let's see if we can work out what the mystery is with this yellow stuff that's going on. So, yeah, one thing I did before that, again, that you couldn't see any of it, is change the pointer, the character sprite that we're drawing back to what it was originally. Because what we've got the avatar at the top left, and that's used to display all the characters as you go through them. What I'm doing is reusing that same sprite, just changing its position, moving it somewhere else, and changing the pointer in memory that sprite, the bitmap that relates to, and then drawing it a second time. In an ideal world, if you had lots and lots of RAM, what you would do is you'd have a separate area of RAM with a new sprite that's just for this little hit thing that we're trying to display, but we haven't got that luxury on the Lynx, so we reuse things. Yeah, so we set the pointer back there, so it's not that, but because it's yellow, and originally I had yellow text, a yellow background, I'm thinking it could be something to do with the background. Oh, there it is, background colour. See that? So I left that in. At least you can see that. Let me just check the chat, make sure you can see that. I'm fully expecting someone a minute ago. We haven't been able to see anything for the last 10 minutes. Stack is good, no pointers hunting you. Two first 3 hours on Amstrad CPC 464. It would not load any game properly. We were so lost. Turns out it was developed a RAM problem. Live, worst 2 hours ever. Funny thing is, right, Retro Game, and I was laughing my arse off yesterday. I opened a can of Coke. You know when you drop a can or something, or you bang it, and the fizz thing. And I opened it, and it started going. I was like, and it was going all over my face. And if that wasn't bad enough, after I was finished and I was soaked in Coke, I then remembered that stream you did with Graham with that bottle of beer. He had a bottle of beer on one of the live streams and he pulled the cap off and it started to fizz up and he stuck his mouth over the top of it and it went absolutely everywhere and it was just like the funniest moment. I wet myself. I was laughing so much I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to die with laughter on that stream. And that repeated yesterday is that after I nearly choked myself on my own Coke, remembering Graham doing that on that stream, it was so funny. Anyway, we've got rid of that yellow text now. Let's run it. And paranoid check of chat just to make sure it is visible. Here for the win. And change background colour. Yep, there we go. So, yeah, that was what the yellow stuff was. But there's still another problem because I didn't see it say hit. The little hit thing, because it should be a red box with yellow writing, very small, that says hit. I think we should have put a capital S in front of that. That would have kind of summarised this stream, wouldn't it? Let's try and get a cat box. Ooh, see if we can beat the Android to death with a cat box. It's quite appropriate, isn't it? Cat box. Rose has been in one of those today. Right, so we've got to now wait until one of them gets hit. It's going to be one of these now where we don't get the yellow and nothing ever appears, probably. Kind of like the earlier part of the stream. Do you know what I mean? We might not be able to see the effects here. If there's something going wrong with that routine where it's drawing the sprite, which I suspect probably is, that's going to be the next thing, then maybe we won't see anything. And we're not seeing anything, are we? It's just like attack, attack, attack. The Android's hitting us, and we aren't seeing anything on our avatar either. You know, this icon up here and this icon over here, periodically I'm expecting it to say hit somewhere, but that is not happening. And we've now got fire as well. So let's just have a quick check. Paranoia check. Are we still there? Yeah, hang on, good times. Yeah, your comment is still on the clip all over the C64 2. I watched one guy last night bought an Apple IIe computer and unboxed it live on stream, set it up, started playing it 10 minutes later after it blew up its capacitor, smoke out the back. Oh, in some ways this has been the funniest stream for me though, just because it's so embarrassing and yeah, it gave you guys a good laugh, I guess, and gals. BBC Beat is bad for 2 caps. They go bang. What show was that? Gabby. Oh, is that? Yeah, he's asking Galby 3000 what the question is. So, yeah, there's no image there. So let's just do a sanity check. Let's do a sanity check. So draw bus. It's in that segment. The image is so that's in 2A. I may as well go over this because you didn't see any of it, did you? I don't think. It's in code segment 2A. This code. After I moved it from elsewhere. And the image, this is like the third time I'm explaining this now. You have a make file, yeah? Make file, specify, you can have a separate rule for each image or asset or whatever within the game. So I created a file called height, H-I-T-E, E for enhanced graphics, BMP. And there's the rule for that, and it uses sprpk. Third time I've said that. And if we do a clean and build, I'll show you this for the third time as well. Wouldn't it be funny if you couldn't see this? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Yeah, when this finishes, we'll see the names. There we go. Third time lucky. Matthias Domin and Bastian Schick. I'm sure there's a letter missing there. Maybe it's called Bastian Schick. I think they're both German people. Anyway, those really intelligent guys, created this stuff years ago. This is their copyright, 1997, 1998. It's incredible how long ago that was created. So yeah, that's the sprite packing routine. Takes the BMP and produces an object file, height.o. So what I was trying to show you is it's in code 2A. That's the segment I've stuck it in, and the code is in code 2A. So I'll tell you what, we'll move the pointer. I had that sprite pointer, there it is, here. You couldn't see that before. So yeah, when you create a rule like that and you compile it and you add it to the make file here, you couldn't see that, show you that, you add it to the end there. So all of the objects get passed to the linker there and it produces your binary, links everything together. But then the final thing in terms of the code, being able to interact with that, that object we've just added in, you need that external reference. So I mean, I've just moved it out of that sprite structure thing, and I'm going to put it actually in the code segment if I can find the thing now. I tell you, losing the will to live doing this stream. There we go. I'm going to stick it in here. Why not? It's in the same place. So yeah, when that compiles, it's going to be in the same segment as this. The image is going to be in the same block of code. So you've got the code somewhere there, maybe before or after, is going to be the image, and that external unsigned character with a pointer there, it's going to know exactly where it is. So that's that ruled out. So we had these variables here, x and y. That's not the issue. I know this loop is okay and all other logic in here because it was working fine as it was. So it's not that. We set the pointer to the sprite there, that's correct. And then we do, for each one we've got the vpos and the hpos. See, those could be wrong, but I think at one point, I know you couldn't see it, but before with that yellow stuff I could see the sprite. So it can't be those. Those can't be the issue. TGI sprite character. Let's just check that. Maybe that's wrong. TGI sprite. You may not need to. Oh no, you do. And you need to put the pointer thing in front of it. So it's not that. Draw buffs. Still haven't got over it. Draw buffs. Draw buffs. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, no, we're setting it back afterwards, so... Let's just try it again now. We've moved that pointer into this block. I can't see how that would be the problem, but... I'm just going to check chat again. Lagging. Nice to meet you, Black Duke. Hello, Black Duke. Well, unfortunately, I have to go. Enjoyed the podcast. Thanks for laughing chat. No worries. Thanks for popping by. I haven't had my tea yet, as usual. Right. Yeah, it's gone past there. I was just trying to find the character. Let's just do attack again. It's just not doing it, is it? So the interesting thing is we had that yellow background, so we know it's in that block of code because the yellow background was being displayed. So it's not like there's some weird thing there where, I don't know, it's not in the right segment, it's getting a return, and it's just like, it's not crashing, but it's not doing the code. It was going into that code there. But yeah, there's no sprite. Right, let's just do something like take the sprite and output it up here outside the loop. And we'll set that there, character sprite.data, character sprite. I'm just checking this is all correct, and it is. But yeah, we'll just do it there, and we'll set its position right to top left. In fact, we'll stick it down a little bit in case something's... because it could be the order. Maybe something's drawing over it. I think the text goes after the... oh, maybe it doesn't. Maybe draw foreground comes after the text. I don't think it does, though, because when you get the avatar, you then get a number in that box there, the bottom left, the bottom right of that box, of the avatar box, and that's the text layer. We can check that in a sec anyway. If we do vpos equals, let's just put it at 20, and we'll do hpos equals 20. Oh, it goes down as the worst stream ever. The crazy thing is, it's like I've had less and less and less viewers doing these streams. It's like I have none after this, aren't I? The next stream, like, oh god, I can't suffer another one of Gadget's streams again. He waffles on so much with these things as it is. But when you've then got to look at a blank screen for 20 minutes and he doesn't even check the chat. Well, that's gone strange, isn't it? It says hit here now. Yeah, I know what's happening there now. That needs setting back. If we just set that back, then we should just see hits. At least we know that's working. There we go, let's try that. See, in an ideal world, you'd have a debugger where you could put breakpoints, and you could pause them, and you could inspect things on the fly and see what's going on. Stick, display a message or something, or use some sort of, I don't know, a memory, what's his name tool, a watch, where you can look at watch, and there we go. So that's displaying. What I don't get is, how is that working there when we're just forcing it out, but then it doesn't work here? Yeah, so characters right dot data, that's right. X and Y, so there can't be anything wrong there. Got a case statement on Y. Got a break, got a break, got a break. All we're doing is changing the vpos and the hpos. Maybe those are around the wrong way. Maybe it's that simple. Mind you, if they were around the wrong way, that should still be visible. That should still be visible because that's like up top left. So it isn't that. So index y equals a selected. Yeah, that's the current character selected. That's fine where it is. That would work from here. So it can't be that. It's one of these crazy things again, isn't it? This CGI sprite, that character sprite. It must be where it's called from. Let's just have a look at draw buffs. There must be something in there that I'm just overlooking. Let's load the segment. Let's just look, see what precedes it. Yeah, it's draw. Oh, hang on. No, that's right. Yeah, it's drawing the avatars. It draws the avatar at the top left for the character, and then the one on the right if the android's there. Right, let me just nip to the toilet before I wet myself. Just give me a sec. I'll be away for literally just a minute. Someone said order of display might be reversed. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. So we've got another lagging. Am I reading messages that are out of date here now as well? Or is it a case of everybody's left because they can't see the stream? Let's just have a quick look here. Yeah, we've still got 20 watching. So, hang on. Yeah, just give me a sec. I'll just start that running again. I just want to just double check that that is behaving the way I think it is, but I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. Right, I'm back, and if you're still with me, you've got patience of a saint, seriously. Let's just make sure you haven't disconnected or anything. So yeah, look, I see green stuff. Okay. Yeah, hello. Sorry if I missed any questions or anything. Oh, I think we've got Alex Thisson. Hello, Alex. It's a long time since I've chatted to you on Atari Age and stuff. I hope you're doing well. Hope everything's fine. I remember you just had a baby, I think, just after I finished this, or around the time I finished this. And I remember you saying it was pragmatic. That was just kind words. It was awful. It's still awful now, but the code was terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's improved a little bit, and obviously I've made lots of optimizations and things. So let's just go back to where I was. Let's just see if we can work out what's going on with these sprites again. So yeah, Alex, if you're not aware, Alex is the author of, and I'll show you the website in a minute, the tutorial for programming using CC65. So yeah, you can see it's displaying that image there. Let's just go to the Android. Oh, hang on. We saw a hit then. It is working. Maybe I was just too quick off the mark. Because you know what? It only stays up for, I don't know, half a second. And every attack does not result in a hit. It depends on a number of things. You know, like what weapon you're using, how many people are attacking the the enemy, the alien or whatever. So let's just keep doing hit here and just see if we see anything else. I did see it appear up here though. Oh, there we go. So that is working. I can't believe I thought it wasn't. And if we hit the Android enough, it should appear over here, unless I've got a priority thing where I'm drawing that icon at the wrong time, but I don't think so. We just looked at that in the draw foreground routine. It could be this appearing off the side maybe, or I don't know. I'm not seeing it on the Android side. Let's just check the Android's health. So the Android is Dallas. If we just go, yeah, it's green at the moment. So I don't know, maybe I've not hit him. The other thing is, if you've not got a weapon, you may not do very much damage, or any damage in fact. So I don't know, let's just give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's just keep attacking. I'm sure you can do some damage without a weapon. It's just not very much. I'm not sure if I saw something flicker there, like I just missed it. It's like, this is the thing, you've got to be, I'm trying to stare at two things. I'm looking up, you can't see where I'm pointing obviously, I'm looking up top left on the top left hand corner of Brett's icon there, and I'm looking at Dallas on the right hand side, his face. It should be somewhere over that image if it was working. The next thing I think to do is just pull that the coordinates for that a bit further left. Maybe it's off screen, but I'm sure it isn't. It's just the reason is something else. Anyway, so let me just go back to chat. I'll show you that tutorial in a sec. Let me just catch up with chat. Still here, bud. Hello, Retro Gaming. Thanks, Alex. Listen, I didn't see you join earlier. I'm sorry if I missed you joining. Yeah, it's obvious now when you said, yeah, you suggested something order of display. Very kind of you suggest that. Christian Iverson, man, the Lynx seem pretty powerful for his age. Yes, it is. And it's like the more I've done on this, the more optimised I've made this, and as things have got faster and faster and faster, I'm like, wow, this is really fast. Well, my code isn't, but the Lynx is really fast. It's amazing. You know, you saw the stuff that I did with the scaling and stuff there, and it's like, when you look at how large the sprites are that I'm dealing with, and it's like, it's really fast. If you don't put delays and stuff for some of the stuff, you know, to check a timer, for example, before it increments the frame, it's surprising how quick it is. This is one of the reasons I want to do more. I'm sort of on a roll with this. I want to do more development on Lynx, which is why I started Aliens, and I'll be going back to finish Jack Attack, and I may even go back and do Lynx Ops as well. Alex, what was that game that you got the... you got rights, didn't you? You spoke to the author of it, I think. It was something on Steam. It was like a dungeon crawler, wasn't it? A bit like adventure, but way more sophisticated. The graphics were really nice on it, the sound was great, and it obviously was a lot more detailed gameplay. It wasn't as simple as adventure. I just can't remember the name of the thing. No, Jungle Jack. You're not thinking of Pitfall? A clone of Pitfall? Yeah, no, that's not the one. You were working. Let me see. I've got Steam on my PC. Let me just. You won't be able to see this, but let me just start Steam, because I bought it. I bought the game. I can tell you what it is. It's probably that long. You've probably forgotten yourself what it was. Tiny Lynx Adventure. Is that the one? I don't know. That name doesn't ring a bell. Let me just start Steam. Hack, slash, and loot. That's it. That's the one. You remembered it. Yeah, you remembered it. Yeah, that's it. Just after I got Steam up. Let me close Steam now. I don't need that. Right, so I'll just show you that blog, and then we'll go back to the code, because we still haven't worked out why it's not showing what we needed to show. So I know you can't see this. Just give me a sec. I'll share this in a sec. Google. Sorry if the camera's bouncing. This stream is held together with sellotape and elastic bands, I think. One of them flew off earlier. Atari Lynx CC65 tutorial, and you could type that yourself into Google and you'll find the amazing tutorial from Alex there, and I'll just hang on if I can find it. There we go. Get it up and I'll share it. Hang on. That's the one. There we go. Can you see that? Let me know if you can see that. It says Diary of an Atari Lynx Developer. An amazing tutorial. And that's where I started, because Alex was kind enough to go through the Visual Studio setup and stuff, and obviously that's the thing you need to do right at the start, get Visual Studio working with CC65. It may be, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, but it may be slightly out of date now for the current builds of CC65. In principle, everything should be the same, but there may be just subtle things that may have changed, I don't know. I suspect it'll just work, but you may have some certainly issues with the sound side of things, because I think they did some changes, didn't they? So it's not using Chipper as the default sound engine, isn't it? Aren't there a few different ones now you can use? I think there are. And I'm only talking from my experience, because what I tried to do is I took the latest build of CC65 a few days ago, and I renamed my CC65 folder, put the new one in place of it, and thought, oh, this will be easy, I'll just tweak a few things. And I was getting all sorts of things different, like the header files, includes and things changed, the constant names, defines had changed, and then I started to run into some problems. I'm trying to think where it was now. It might have been on the sound side of things. So yeah, there's been some changes there, but 90% of the stuff would be the same, so you wouldn't have a problem. You may just hit problems with the sound stuff, I don't know. It is using Visual Studio Code at the moment with dev containers. Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, you've seen that, hopefully. Let's just go back up here. Yeah, so let's hopefully you can still see the desktop again. XP, can you see the alien again? Let's just go back to the chart. I'm so paranoid this is not working. Okay, using the latest CC65 requires a few changes to make it not crash ROMs at startup. Yeah, and I think that's another interesting point there, or an important point, is that Carrie has done some changes, hasn't he? I know he was talking about some changes he did the other day, because he's talking about expanding it to use, was it 2 meg ROMs? And I think he's changed a lot of the stuff there. Is that what you're talking about? I think he changed, if I just go to Lynx call config, so this is where you do some of the memory maps stuff here, segments. And it's this, isn't it? Is it this 62 times 8, or is it, scroll down a bit, no, it's not that one, it's in directory.asm. Yeah, so when you're defining your directory, he's got these padders, hasn't he? He's got 88 bytes in between each, and I think that's changed as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just remember reading about that when I was looking at the newer version of CC65. But CC65 is just fantastic, actually. It's the more I get into this now, as I'm getting back into it, and getting a bit better at using it, and obviously a bit better in general at developing on the Lynx. It's like I say, it's got me really in the mood to just keep doing more development on the Lynx, and it's getting easier with time as well. Yes, 2 megabits, but I was referring to different changes in the startup of CC65 ROMs, not to cause. Okay, I didn't know that. So yeah, I might quiz you, ask you for a bit of help on that. If I try updating to the latest version again, maybe you can help point me in the right direction if I get stuck. But at the same time, as I realise you're busy, so if I do send you a message on Atari Age, there's no immediate rush. Just if you can, get back to me. Right, so let's just go back onto there. I heard a strange noise then. I hope that wasn't something disconnecting. No, it wasn't. Sure, I can help. Thank you very much. So let's just go. I'll close that. Yeah, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm on the there we are. Right, back here we go. So the character one, let's just adjust that because where am I now? I'm lost where I am. Draw buffs. Let's go back to draw buffs, which is a stupid name for it now, because well, it's a stupid name anyway, that, but it was just something to name it. So let's just go and move the crew one, so it was appearing in almost the right place. It's quite small, isn't it? So we'll try 3.3. The Android one, however, was not appearing. I'm just wondering if those coordinates are around the wrong. Yeah, they could be. That might be what it is actually. So put 15, 130. Because what I did is I just transposed the, I had the 130,15 here, and I did say when I did that, so we might have to change that if I've got those around the wrong way. It's going to be the same with the Alien because I did the same thing there, isn't it? But we'll test that in a minute when the Alien comes on. So hopefully that works now. It's funny just having that little break there. Talking about that other stuff just allowed me to have a fresh mind. And sometimes it's funny like that, isn't it? When you're coding stuff, you can be looking at something so hard and it can just seem like an impossible problem, and then you just completely forget about it, and then a few minutes later you'll come back to it, and within a second it comes to you. And I've had that so much throughout my software development career, really. You can look at things so hard sometimes you almost lock your brain up. You get fixated on thinking it's something complex, and it nearly always ends up being something simple. So yeah, that needs moving quite a lot actually, that hit one, which is surprising because I thought that was set to, oh hang on, that's the permanent one, isn't it? That's right. Let's just get rid of that. Sorry, I left that code in before, didn't I? There we go. When we were just trying to test it, just to make sure, force it out at the top left there, just to make sure it was actually displaying. There we go, and it wasn't like a problem with the pointer to the sprite. Just worked out what the strange sounds are. It's people logging into Steam on my friends list. There we go, I've got Steam now. So, sorry, let's go back there. Start. And let's see where we're at now. Can't believe how long that took. Before this stream, I thought that would be a really easy thing to show you, and it would take 10 or 15 minutes at best. And here we are, I don't know how long later and how many face palms later, and it just seems to have been the most complex thing in the world. There we go. So yeah, it said hit. So I might just position that a little bit more, I don't know, left or maybe down the bottom left of the icon. Let's just see if the Android one's working now. If we just keep attacking it, something should appear somewhere over here. It's not going to be in the right place, it's going to look totally wrong, really, until we adjust the coordinates. Oh, there you go. So that's working. That's working. So I actually think that's not bad. Actually, I'm not so sure it's clear as to what information it's conveying. It could make you think that that person is doing a hit rather than being hit. Do you understand what I mean? But it's better than nothing. It's kind of some visual feedback, isn't it? Without the overhead of the text stuff. Now we could revisit it later as I change the code to have my own text output engine, blitz some character images instead of using the current text routines. Are there any emulators with GDB etc. support? Would be awesome to be able to single step through programs in the IDE. I'm not sure. I don't know if Alex can answer that. I know that the Handy version, the development version of Handy, you can put breakpoints and things and step through stuff in that. So, yeah, I don't know how you could link that to Visual Studio. On the Atari Lynx, you could you can do a mod, can't you, to add the non-maskable interrupt there. I don't know how you could link that to. You could probably link that somewhere in Handy so that you run Handy that way. You obviously then got to copy your code to some flashcard or something, run from the links, and I don't know. It'd be a bit of fiddling around to do it that way. You really want what Alex has had or has. I'm not sure they've still got it. The proper, and I can't remember the name for it now. The proper development environment that goes with the Amiga 2000. What was that hardware called? That thing that you connect the links. It's like an interface thing, isn't it? I think it might even have a modified links connected to it or something, does it? But that's what the original developers used. But yeah, anyway, most cases you don't generally need to step through the code line by line. Yes, obviously it's a nice to have, but you know, you've seen, hopefully, even when you get ridiculous things like I've had, with a little bit of common sense, you can actually work your way through most issues. So let's get rid of that. So the one that was on the character avatar, it really needed to be moved. I'm not sure which way. Maybe, I don't know. We'll look at that one in a minute. The Android, it was too far to the left. So yeah, this is some trial and error. Obviously, some stuff you can, like this, you can just work it out in advance, so you can get, you know, be pretty accurate. Let's just try 20 and 140. So it's going to move it further down, and it's going to move it further to right because it was like overlapping on the left hand side. Let's just do a rebuild. What I should do here really is comment out some of this intro stuff so that I have to keep you know, doing this. I try and avoid that though, because you'd be amazed at what you forget. You comment certain things out and stuff, or fudge the code to, you know, create a certain test case, and before you know it, you've left some lines of code in that you forgot all about. Right, let's just try that now. We're going to get off soon. I think I need to get something to eat. There we go. So that's like in the middle of him. You know, it's, I don't know, 4 or 5 pixels down and left. Let's wait for him to hit me. And obviously I need to change his background so it's grey and put that cross through it. Well, maybe not the cross, but make it grey at least. There you go. So yeah, I'm going to go 6 down and 6 to the left on that one. Just wait for him to hit me. Some of this stuff is like, I've done it this way. It's just like trial and error. I compile it, I try it, see whether something looks right or not, and then just move it a little bit. Someone said something the other day that, you know, I've said myself in the past, and other developers will be, you know, familiar with, and that is 80% of the work is that final 20%. So it's like, you know, you just do the final 20% of just finishing a few things off, you know, optimizing, fixing a few bugs, and that's where you spend most of the time. Which is why this game was written originally in 2 weeks. I kid you not, I did this in 2 weeks. I had a week off work, and I had a week off with flu. And whilst I had flu, I just did this every day. Just 2 weeks, and then I spent, I don't know, a week just fixing a few things. But that is why the code, it was an absolute state and not very efficient at all. And it's a lot better now, but it's still got a lot further to go. Yeah, I'm not seeing any damage up here now. It's not hitting me. Unless I just missed it. I could have been waffling and not noticed it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so top left, where do you think we should put it? Do you think we should have that hit thing in the top left of each of these, or should it be, I think, bottom left somewhere? Yeah, perhaps in the very bottom left. Alright, while you ever think about that, I'll check chat in a sec. I'm just going to just move these ones now. So the Android one, I'm going to move it 7 each way. So that's 13. We'll set that to 30, 33. See what that looks like. If that's okay, I'll just adjust the other one. And then the final thing is to test the alien, and then I'm done. I think I'm going to get some tea. Oh, there, yeah, sorry. I just thought there was another question there. There isn't. I think most people are probably gone. Hang on, yeah, I lost focus there. Right. You know what I should do there actually is just draw them anyway. That would be an idea, because then it allows you to position things easily, doesn't it? So we could just go have a 1 equals 1. So as it goes through each one of those there. Yeah, let's just go 1 equals 1. If, obviously. I mean, I don't even need the if 1 equals 1, actually. I could just comment that out. That's it. That'll work. And something to show. Do we need that? Yeah, because we're not even showing the health now, are we? Let's just do no. That'll just do it. Yeah, that's just going to force the images out, isn't it? Unless I've missed something obvious there. Failed, and I have missed something obvious. Maybe I've got an else or something there. Oh, I hate it when it does that. It jumps to the wrong line. Here we go. Yeah, we got an else. Yeah, so we'll just get rid of that. Again, I can just put those back in place in a sec. I just want to just draw the images regardless. I'm not interested in whether they're coming up at the right time and all that. Just should see all three drawn on the screen at once now, I think, unless I'm missing something. It's certainly an easier way to adjust it rather than have to keep going through it. And yeah, there we go. So we can see where the one on the main character is. There isn't one on the android now, though. Which is strange. Oh, I think it's because of that case statement, isn't it? What we could do there is coming out of the brakes. I'm in danger of forgetting all this in a minute, aren't I? This is the thing. I'll forget this. Yeah, if you get rid of the brakes, you see, it'll just flow through all of them. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I think what we need to do is just copy that. I can Control Z this in a minute. That's the easiest way, just to make sure I don't leave any of this stuff in there, because otherwise I'll just break it. What I want to do is just force them out, so all three are drawn. Oh, that's not going to work. Why is that not going to work? Got a break there, haven't we? There we go. Yeah, that was it. I thought it was going to be something more complex than that, but it wasn't. It was just a missed slash. Yeah, so that's that one. Android. Oh, still not displaying there. I thought that would be doing all of them. Oh, it still needs it there though, doesn't it? So, I'll tell you what, right, let's just undo that. Undo. Yeah, just put it back as it was. Redo. I changed that, didn't I? Yeah, there we go, 13. What we can do is just force it here, can't we? We can go y equals, so let's do the android, because that's what I'm interested in, see whether that's right first, and then we'll do the character. Mind you, that's still going to be... yeah, the thing is here, there's multiple things going on here. It's like, as I sort of described at the start, although you didn't see it, I've got a structure of, it's like a buffer, and there are five copies of the structure. Yeah, and in that structure, you've got these things here: value, who it's for, is the index, which character is it, the one of the crew, one of the 6 crews, the alien, is it the android, and you've also got a timer, so that once a message is, once one of these things that pops up has been invoked, it stays on there for a period of time before it times out and gets, initialized, if you like. and this little buffer, you've got like 5, I think, or 6 entries, and as it just steps through and then goes back to the first again. So yeah, it's a bit of a convoluted way of doing it. But what I wanted to make sure is that you could have multiple things. So, because this is the thing, you could have 3 people attacking the alien at the same time. You need to be able to sort of keep track of some of those things occurring at slightly different times. I'm probably not making much sense the way I'm explaining that. Let's try to think of an easy way of doing this now. What we can do is just force it out, can't we? I got rid of that code up there, but if we just let's just take position stuff and the sprite, stick it at the top, and then just have a look at it so we get it in the right position. That's far easier. Yeah, so let's just check that. 3,3. That was the main character one. I'm going to move that one first then. So let's move that. It needed to be quite a lot further down, didn't it? We can have a look at the size of the image. That might be the easiest way to do it scientifically, I guess you could argue. Ripley. I hate it when I get the object files listed like that. Let's just do name. Ripley E. Oh. I just can't remember what size they are. 26 by 24. So I'm guessing it's 26 wide. So if we did 20 horizontal, yeah, that should be right. Let's try that. I think this is why I always get confused between the horizontal and vertical. It's like whatever I think it is, it never is. It's always the opposite. I would think that's right. I would think that's going to be bottom left of that icon of the avatar, top left. What is going on there? Oh, hang on a minute. It's just a pointer, isn't it? We need to set that. Oh, God. Let's try that now. What I really need to do is put a skip there. I think I just didn't have enough space in that segment, actually, that block of code in that segment. Why has that gone crazy? Oh, I know why. It's because it's not set back, is it? Oh, God. This is the thing. It's like you do one thing. I thought this would be simple. I thought it would be simple to fudge it. No, it isn't. Everything's always complex. Nothing's ever simple. There we go. Yeah, after we blit it, we've got to set the pointer back to one of the original avatars, the location of those avatars. Otherwise, it just messes it up. Right, that should be right now. I tell you what, let's just disable that sample thing. There we go. So that's approximately where I want it. I want it 1 pixel further up, and so I count there. 1 left, maybe 2 left. Let's try 1 left. 1 up, 1 left, 1. So it's a 19 and 2. And I'll also do show defs. Let's just find where that is and comment that out. There we go. That'll skip that whole blooming thing now. Should speed it up somewhat. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. That's just the way I am. Oh, hang on a minute. How did that not have any effect there then? Did that actually rebuild? Let's just check it's not overflowing or something. No, it's not. Huh? If show deaths. Well, I'm really confused by that. It's going to be something crazy. I don't know why that's still popping up. That shouldn't be popping up there. It's highlighted a bug because, the way I'm thinking that's working, it isn't working that way. So, yeah, that doesn't look like that's moved. It may have moved left 1. It's not moved, maybe, it's not moved up 1 though, I don't think, has it? Let's just move it further up now. I'm thinking this isn't compiling right, actually. Let's just do a clean and build. That might be why, we think we've done a build, but we actually haven't. I keep thinking what an absolute nightmare it must have been at the time. Program without experience we have now. Yes, that's true, and the equipment and stuff as well. It's like it's so much. Computers these days is so much easier to develop on these retro systems than it ever was. I mean, it's like this is an example. I could do a fairly good job of a game like this, but could I have done that back in 1990 or whatever? No, probably not. I wouldn't have had the intelligence to do it, or the experience. That hasn't moved, does it? I don't think. Let's just see if we can move it. Draw. Forget what I'm looking for here now. Buffs. Oh, buffs. That should be right. I don't want it right next to the green border. I still don't understand why that show defs is not working. When that's set to 0, that should not come up. That's not moving. That is it? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's moved up now because now it's not on that green border. Maybe I'm imagining things. Set that to 1. So that's 17. It's that time. I need to go and get something to eat in a minute. I think I'm getting pretty tired, and I'm just like making less mistakes here. Now that's too far left. Yeah, I don't think I needed to do that change there. So anyway, that's that one. So 17,2 for the crew. 17 up 2. Just checking I got those the right way around VPOS. Yeah, and let's try one of these now. We'll try the Android. So 13,133. 13,333. Let's just see where that positions itself. I'm just going to have a quick look at that show defs again. You see, that loads the code there. That loads the show defs. I don't understand how, if you set this to 0, how can it be? How could it ever be hitting that? That's what I'm not getting here. Show. Maybe there's 2 things that do this. No, there isn't. Hang on. There is if you type right. Oh. Show. Oh my goodness. Show defs. Oh, it's called there as well. Where's that? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, as the game starts, it's forcing that. I did it that way. I probably don't need to do that now, actually. Yeah, I did it that way for a reason. And that is, it was displaying the screen just for a split second, 1 frame, before it was then popping up with the thing, and I didn't want that to happen. So anyway, that shouldn't pop up with the defs thing now, it should just go straight to the game. That's better. Right, let's find the Android. Yeah, there we go. So we're on the right pixel position over here. We just want to go 2 to the right and then down about 20. 2 to the right, up, 2 to the right, and down about 20. Let's just close that. I think I only just tried to shut Visual Studio on there. To the right. So 2 to the right, and down about 20. Let's go 33. Let's try that. hang on, let's get the Android. Don't forget that's just been forced up, that image at the moment there. Well, that's far further than I thought. So we got 1, 2 plus the height, and the height was 5, so 7. I nearly stopped the whole thing again there. 7. So once I got up 7, the X is correct though. So yes, that's that one, isn't it? So 26. Is that right? 26. Hang on, 28. I can't. What it was now. Let's have a look what it was. Oh, yeah, it was 33. Take off 3 is 20. Take off 4, 36. 26. I think I was right the first time. Mine's having a meltdown. See how it looks now. And then the final was the alien, and then I can just enable that code without forcing it the way we have been doing. There we go. Yeah, it's not quite as high. It needs to be 1 more pixel up, doesn't it? So we'll set that 1 more pixel up. The next thing to do is switch off the Android stuff. 5, that's that. So it's 25135 for the Android. 25135. Let's just get rid of these while we're here, just tidy that up. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That's fine. And then of course we can comment this out. In fact, we'll put that back because we need to do the alien. So the alien at the moment is 5070. 5070. And then we need to do Android turned 1, find where that is. Yes, that's where I hard coded to switch the Android on. What we need to do here is, that'll do, not the one above. Alien location is crew 0 location, so that should be same place as Ash. Let's try that, hang on. There we go. This is what sometimes happens. You enable a line of debug code and it's like, oh, you're 1 byte overflowing now. I've got to hope that there's sufficient space left in the memory map here, in the RAM, to allow that 1 extra byte. It's that one there, isn't it? 9C from 9B. There we go. Yeah, so that's where the alien one is. Let's just, hang on, go to Ash. Now I know from experience the alien starts in the vents here, so if we just remove the grill, and we're hang on, we're forcing the alien with that line of code there to the same location as Ash. So as soon as I go into the grill, he'll be there, the alien. It's far easier than trying to hunt the alien down. So yeah, where that is positioned there, I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know, above its head, or if you put it more central, it looks a bit of a personal attack, doesn't it? Maybe a bit, I don't know, somewhere above its head. So I reckon 6 or 7. Hang on, its width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. It's about 11 or 12. I just noticed something pop up there. There's nothing on the screen. What was that hit up there then? Oh, I know what that is. That's the default it's displaying at the moment. It's obviously well out there. That's the Android position though, strangely enough. Anyway, let's move it several to the, maybe not several. Wants to start about there. Let's move it 6 to the right, and move it up by about 30. 6 to the right and up by about 30. So, yeah, there, 6 to the right. I think I've got these definitely the right way around. I think I have. 30 might be too much. Let's just put 25, see what that looks like. It wouldn't be the first time that I got those around the wrong way. Yeah, that's quite high up there now, isn't it? So if we just go to Ash, remove the grill, go into the grill, see where that sits over the alien image. Yeah, I'm still puzzled as to what this one over here is. Do you know what I think that is? The alien's hitting him, he's the android. And it's going, oh, that's the android, so stick it over here. That's what I think that is. I think I need an extra condition in there to fix that. So where it goes, hang on. Where does it do the android? No, hang on, the android's not hitting anything, so that makes no sense. Crew. I've got the brakes back in. Yeah, that's the one on the right hand side for the android. Oh, hang on, I've got it hard coded there, haven't I? That's what yeah, that's it. So that's that. Yeah, so let's just run that again. Yeah, that explains that crazy behaviour. Ash, I want. Ash, where are you, Ash? Move the grill. Into the grill. See where that looks like now. So it was a bit to the left of the alien's head, wasn't it? It was that thing on the right that was distracting me. So I don't know, is that a good position or not? I don't know. Maybe it should be to the left of its head in that gap there, maybe. That might look a bit better. Bear in mind, that's only going to pop up just for half a second. We can control how long and then it'll disappear. Yeah, I think we do that. I think I move it down by 4 or 5. Yeah, see, that works. We move it 7. Down by 5, left by 7. Down by 5, left by 7. So, by 5, that's left, isn't it? So 69. And down by 5. Did I say down by 5? Yeah, down by 5, so 30. Let's try that. And if that works, I can then just enable that code properly and then just revert the other things, and that change done. Which is incredible, because as I say, when I started this stream, I thought, oh, this will be a really easy thing. I can take 10 or 15 minutes to show this and show how I'm going to do it. And then here we are, like 2 hours later, after 40 minutes of me filming nothing, no one seeing what's going on. It's comical. Yeah, a bit further left. 2 or maybe 3 pixels left. Looks like a hug in a hitbox, doesn't it? 3 more pixels left, so that one's left. So 66. There's 3. Let's try that. Compile number 100,743. I'm serious, that many. Luckily I haven't to suffer all of that intro stuff every time. A lot of the time I will disable things like you've just seen me do with the show devs, but I'll try and avoid that because I just forget what I've removed, and then I spend hours trying to debug the thing that I commented out. Oh, wrong one. Move that. See where that is now. Yeah, I think that'll be alright. Bear in mind, it'll just pop and disappear. And we can try that now. So I'm happy with the positions of all those things. So that's 30, 66, the alien, 30, 66. Comment that whole thing out there. So if this works, I'll just have a quick test of a few things to make sure I've not broke anything, and then I'm going to get off and eat. Let's just do a clean and a rebuild. And of course, when you've done lots of changes like I've done over the last few days, you then have to re-evaluate things you've done, and you'll notice there's lots of places you can optimise, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to keep optimising to make sure you've got plenty of enough RAM, because otherwise you get to a point where you just can't do a change because you've got no bytes free. you know, and then when you're trying to fix something and you need, I don't know, a few dozen bytes or something to fix that issue, it can be a problem. So, yeah, that all seems okay there. Right, let's just put the show dev stuff back in. Show defs. This is the thing, I'm not sure I can remember what I commented out there. I had that one there, that doesn't need doing. I don't think I changed that code. No, I just set that variable there. There was somewhere else though, wasn't there? I think it was the actual method. Just commented out the call to method perhaps on the new game. Yeah, it was that, I think. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Oh, it was. That's right. Yeah, as it follows on from the intro screen, that's where I got that one. And I think that was the only thing I changed. So what we'll do here is I'll put the cheat mode on again, so that I can just run around and just make sure everything works. So we go. Let's try that. Skip that. That works. Sample works. Just get a weapon. Use a weapon. Now there was a time that I knew exactly what number was which room, because somewhere you can see the alien room. If you just wait a sec, one of these numbers will change. Is it 9 or is it? It's that one there, it's 9. It's toggling between room 5 and room 9 at the moment. I just can't remember where that is. I think it's one of the ones on... I was going to say this floor. It might not be. It might be the one I was already on. Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't I see a grill open there? Maybe it is on that floor. No, I'm imagining things. Let's just have a walk around. Yeah, there's a grill there. It's around here somewhere. What I should do, actually, when I'm using this debug mode, grill's opened, it's coming out here, isn't it? When I have debug mode, instead of showing the number there, just actually show an icon or something so you can see where the alien is. That would be super useful. Because it's not really supposed to be a cheat mode. Did it open that grill, or did I open that grill? I don't know. I'm going out of my mind here. I could have sworn that grill just opened on its own. Helpful is the tracker here. I just want to find the alien. So if you believe its room number, it's not going very far, is it? It's going between 5 and 9. Let's just find where room 5 is. That'll be an easiest way of doing it. No, constants. Lab stores. That's where I think it is. Lab stores is there, I think. No, that's infirmary stores. It's one of these ones here. Not that one arm, it must be the bottom ones. Of course it's moved now, it's somewhere around here though. That's lab stores. There he is. There you go. Once it starts to attack you, your morale drops. So we saw a hit thing there. That seems to be working, doesn't it? I'll just keep hitting the alien. I don't think I'll do much damage without a weapon, but we should see something there. Should do a hit. I'm also not sure if the interface, the text interface, is going to overlap the image, or the image is going to overlap the interface. Just where on the left, mind you, it might just fit just where the alien's head is there. It might not interfere too much. But anyway, I think I'm quite comfortable with that. I think that was a positive change. It's only a small thing. And obviously, I need to change the palette maybe for the C64 one. This is the other complication. I would never do a Lynx game again where it supports two different graphics modes. You know, like, I don't know, C64 and Lynx, because it just creates so much extra work. It really does. I'm not sure he's hit the alien yet, has he? Because it's still got 5,200 health there. All I want to see there is one hit on the alien. He's about to die. Oh, he's at lab stores as well. That's convenient. See if he has more chance hitting the alien. I must have hit it because its health's gone down a bit now, 5095. That makes me, excuse me, hiccups there. That makes me think that the code's not doing what it should be doing again. I'm sure that's its health, so we'll just wait to see if that goes down at all. I don't understand why he's having such a hard time hitting it. It might be because we're in the duct, so let's just move out of the that system. Because when your morale drops really low, it's like affects things quite a bit. Just see if the alien follows. May not do. Of course, I could have a bug. Could have a bug here. Is it still down there? What is it doing down there? You see, it could be because I've got the cheat mode on. The cheat mode might even be disabling it chasing you. That might be the problem I've got there. Because I spent some time testing that before. I know that works. So let's, I don't know, go to the grill. Tell you what, I'm going to get off. Before I do that, let's just have a look what the C64 colours look like, because this is the thing, let's say, what I was saying a minute ago. You change it in, you change one thing and you have to change it somewhere else as well. You have to change the colours and the sprites, and, you know, for all I know, this is going to look crazy now, because the colours won't be right for certain. Oh, in fact, unless we find the alien, we're not going to know, are we? Right, anyway, I'm not going to bore you with that because it's going to take me a while now. I could need to comment out some, well, not comment out, add some lines of coding just to jerry-rig it so that you know, the hitboxes appear, just like we did before. So, yeah, I hope you found the stream amusing. If anything, thank you very much for joining and stuff. And I hope you have a good evening and stuff. I will do the premiere in about half an hour of this week's video. I don't know what it'll be. I'll have a look in a minute. Maybe a repair. I'll pick one of the videos there and we'll premiere that. But yeah, have a nice evening and have a good week ahead. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next